very male-dominated industry, and you've never held back in terms of, all of us want equality, but not a lot of us stand up and actively, really try to make it happen. You've never shied away from wanting and saying what you think. Have you found that is that just who you are, or has that come over time where you've had the confidence? And speaking with Sylvia Jeffries the other day, who adores you, who I love, she calls herself the grasshopper and you're the master.
How funny is
It's beautiful. But she was saying how you've really given her the confidence to speak her mind and be okay, if she really thinks about something, is really passionate about something, it's okay to ruffle feathers.
Look, I think it's probably a combination of being a Campbelltown girl.
Yeah.
And, just never thinking that class or any of those sorts of things should be a barrier. But I also think I made a very clear decision the day I walked out of Campbelltown High School after the bullying that had gone on, even though most of them left year 9, year 10. It was still a scene of great humiliation for me. There were still spots in the playground and behind the toilets where I'd got beaten up. And so it still held some very strong emotions for me.
Of course.
And I remember the day that I walked out after my last year 12 exam. I didn't kick my heels in the air, but it felt like that.
Right.
And I'd made a very strong decision that never again was I going to let somebody else decide who I was or what I was capable of.
Yeah, wow.
So from here it was up to me to write the script.
Wow.
So I think, and I've always called out bullying ever since.
Yeah.
I was never going to allow somebody else to have the power over me the way those girls did. It's injustice.
Yeah.
And bullies don't like it when you shine a light on them.
No.
They actually like to live in the shadows. And when you shine a light on them, they're actually cowards. And they need help.
Yeah.
Because they're actually the ones with the problem, not you.
Yeah.
So that taught me some really good lessons. But I also think working in women's magazines was a great environment because I predominantly worked with women.
Women, yeah.
There were very few men in the industry. They
Did
were
you
all up in
find
management.
Exactly, yeah. That's. Even in magazines, a lot of the head guys are,
But they didn't really
guys.
affect me because
Right.
I made the decisions. These days there's a lot of brand managers and publishers and various layers of management, but I was fortunate enough to be there at a time when you were the editor, the buck stopped with you.
I would get drunk on that power.
Well,
I'd be awful. I'd be like,
no,
bring
you
me
wouldn't.
this, bring me that.
No, you wouldn't because you've got to go into work every day. And you've got to lead a team of people. And that was one of the great privileges of being a boss for me, was I got to choose the people that I worked with every day.
And create that culture. And,
And so, women like Mia Friedman and Deborah Thomas and Paula Joy, these are all women who'd never, worked in magazines before. But I saw in them the same fire that I had when I first walked through the door at Dolly all those years ago.